Runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn. It's November, everybody. November 1st, 2021. Halloween is in the books. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. And Christmas music is playing on radio stations all over America. And somewhere Mariah Carey is smiling because she becomes relevant again for the next month and 25 days.
With the weather today, last month seemed so far away.
Yeah?
Just one day, though.
One day. Well, what do you mean?
I felt like it was just woke up today and it was just freezing out. I felt like it was like late November.
We had the first frost, supposedly. I don't think we woke up at like 30, 32, but I didn't see too much out there. So I don't know if you got your outdoor flowers inside or covered them or whatnot, but I haven't done the look ahead at all about the weather or anything. I didn't think it was too bad by the time I made it to the gym.
The sun was all right. You're out in the sun. Yeah, it was good.
All right, we got a packed house today. We got Adam here, we got Adrian here, and Skip's here from the R Bar. Everybody say hi to the Quad Cities.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello, Quad Cities.
Hello.
You know, I don't know where to start for this.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover.
Yeah, we really do, because like not only you have the Iowa game on Saturday.
What the heck is going on in the NFL?
The NFL, it was about time.
The day of the backups.
Yeah, no kidding.
How about that? That was a lot of fun.
The backups were just all over the place. You know your usual suspects. You know your Mike White.
Yeah.
Your Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah. I had all those guys on waiver wire. I picked them all up. I just knew it.
I did play Cooper Rush.
Did you?
I took the
You
Dak
played him?
Yeah, I took the Dak Prescott route where like, okay, if he's out, then I'll play Cooper. You know, instead of picking.
So you picked him up and you're like, I'll wait for game time. And
Yeah, yeah. I'll just play the other.
Because you only have one quarterback.
I'm sitting next to
Smart
a legend,
move.
I think.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
And there wasn't many options. Like I could have gone with Geno. I think I could have gone with Mike White.
Yeah,
I need to know
Mike
his name.
White.
Mike White.
Yeah, because it's just fun to say white quarterback.
Yeah.
And not get in trouble. So you just have to do it over and over again. You just like, oh, you see, look at the Jets and they're in white quarterback.
I don't know if we're supposed to say it's
Everyone's
fun
like,
to
well,
say.
what's going on here? And be like, you can't get me. You can't get me on that one.
He's white.
Like it said so. You can't get me. You can't cancel this one or whatever else. Stick to the arm bar and don't come after the New York Jets quarterback or anything like that. No, it was a really interesting weekend.
And then they brought some news in before I came in.
Yeah.
Von Mar going to the Rams.
Von Mar.
Or
Von
Miller.
Miller.
Sorry, Von Miller. Sorry. Yeah.
They're shopping at Von Mar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. And they're trading him to the Rams. I took a picture of it quick.
You haven't
before I
seen
came
this?
No.
Von Miller just traded the Rams, 2022 second round and third round pick,
picks.
I believe.
Yep.
Do the Rams have these picks? Where
They're
are
just-
they
I need to
getting?
make
Like,
Do
them up.
they even pick any year?
No.
They like never pick anybody.
No, it's like-
He hates draft picks.
Yep, just don't draft.
it's like in the fourth round, picking for the first time, the Rams, and everyone's like, oh.
The Rams
yeah,
have traded this pick
yeah,
too.
yeah, that's like- just kidding. Yeah, they just trade away their picks. They're all right with all that. Wow, so Denver's packing it in.
I'm packing it in, but like they might make the playoffs still. But like, who are they going to beat? They're not beating anybody. They barely beat Washington yesterday.
Well, we can talk about that as well, because the trade deadline's coming. When we were on the air last time, Deshaun Watson was being talked to about a couple places, and then over the weekend, the Texans say that they're going to hold tight with him. But they don't have any plans to play him?
No. I think the owner wants him out. The GM doesn't. I think it's what.
The GM, yeah.
Well, why would you hold on to him and not play him? I mean,
I have no
It's the
idea.
if he
Texans.
can play this year, then throw him out there.
It's the Texans' MO. They're so messed up over there. It's
I'm a Dolphins
unreal.
fan. I liked it last week or 2 weeks ago when we were in here and we heard that was going to happen.
Yeah, well, we thought that was going to happen, and I thought maybe that was a landing spot for him. Okay, I mean, we're going to still look at the games and everything else, but the trading deadline is tomorrow,
Yeah, the second.
Yep.
and so Von Miller just went. Tennessee brought in Adrian Peterson
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
because Derrick Henry's out.
Not for the season yet, right?
Yeah.
They're just
but I
people
mean,
believe it might be.
If he makes you have to save him up for the playoffs because that was an overtime win over the Colts, big win on the road. Carson Wentz threw a critical interception, go figure. And Philly was reminded why they got rid of him on the same day when Philly beat up on who did they beat 44-0.
They beat the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
I think Adrian said that was going to be one that Detroit.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know anything. I'm just here.
Yeah, they went away from everything that they were doing before. It was complete run game. Did you see that?
The Detroit game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just didn't look like they were even there the entire game.
They rushed more.
All that heart I said they were playing with wasn't there that day. Wasn't there.
Just wasn't there. They were all getting ready for trick or treating.
It was that good emotional speech that their coach gave them about being a flower and
Oh, jeez. And then, because we have trade deadlines or possible pickups or whatever else, and probably might not go anywhere, Jameis Winston's down with an ACL.
Yes.
Out for the season.
Yep.
Taysom Hill, who Peyton loves, is still banged up. And you got Trevor Siemian. And 300 miles away, just wrapping up his high school season, did not make the playoffs, is Phillip Rivers. 300 miles away.
Yep.
The same guy who was commuting from LA and from San Diego to LA to play for the Chargers is only 300 miles away.
Yep. And yet they're talking about Cam going there.
I didn't see anything wrong with Simeon yesterday.
All I got to say is I think Sean Payton is a quarterback whisperer. You look at everything he's done with the quarterbacks. Yeah, he had Drew Brees, but look what he did with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
5 games. Look what he did with Winston. Look what he did with Trevor Siemian. Granted, it's 1 game. But just look at these quarterbacks that he's thrown into a system and had wins. He is, to me, right now, the only quarterback whisperer out there. And I say that with confidence.
The Cam one, I guess.
So the Cam one was
Could he
basically...
whisper to Cam? Is that enough? Does he have enough whisper to whisper to Cam?
I think the man's been been humbled into a vaccine. I think he'd be humbled into I'm going to do what the coach says.
Absolutely.
And he's already got the playbook of Winston. I mean, his playbook, Cam's playbook, and Winston's playbook can't be that much different.
Okay.
I wouldn't think. So what you do is you keep Simeon in for 1 or 2 games, give Cam that extra time to learn the playbook, and if Simeon can go 1-1, and then bring in Cam, and Cam can run the season, they're making the playoffs as a 3 seed.
Whoa.
They win a division.
They
They have to play the Bucks one more time. But
Yeah.
if they can get through that,
They have an easy schedule.
Yes.
But so does Tampa Bay. So,
I'm just saying it's possible. If you're Peyton right now and you're the front office, you're really, really thinking about this, Phillip Rivers or a Cam Newton, because this could determine your season. How much trust do you have? Because I don't think they have trust in Hill to be able to. I mean, he's going to be a good backup quarterback, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to lead you into the playoffs and through the playoffs. I think he's a good scheme quarterback like they have him. So if you put him next to like a Cam Newton, man, what are you going to do? You got to watch every angle.
Mm-hmm. That is. Now I'm just looking at that. That is a.
You said the Titans brought in Adrian Peterson?
They're going to bring him in, yeah.
That's if it was 2012, you know how cool that would be?
I said that about a lot of things.
That would be great.
Have Julio Jones and Adrian Peterson on the same team?
I think that's my fantasy team in 2012.
Yeah.
It does. Who was the quarterback of the Titans in 2012? He could have won with Adrian Peterson and Julio Jones on his team, right?
That would have to be what?
So, Tampa Bay. Right now, if the playoffs start, Tampa Bay has the division. Okay, but that's only because it's 6-2. They have a higher winning percentage because they have one more game to play out of that. Right. I just don't see. I mean, Green Bay, Arizona. Tampa Bay. Are we sure about Arizona here? I mean, is it worth the New Orleans to go try to do something?
I think it is. I mean, why isn't it? I mean, you've already proved this year that you are forced to be reckoned with. I mean, everybody wrote them off this year because they didn't have Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
And their defense the first couple weeks just maybe was starting to gel. I don't know what their excuse was, but they've stepped it up. I mean, their defense is tough. They put Brady on his back a couple times
Yeah.
last night. They made it tough on him.
The AFC is not looking the way I thought it would look right now, too, if it started right now. But there are reports that Henry's out possibly for the season.
The Saints to go get C.J. Beathard.
There you go.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
I know Gardner Minshew's out there.
Yeah.
That's what I would be
No,
talking to
he's the
everybody.
backup now. They got to keep him, right?
They got to keep him.
Yeah.
Flacco.
Or Flacco. No.
Is it the Jets? Yeah, he was the Eagle. Went to the Jets.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, he doesn't have a job anymore after White.
The white guy got him.
I mean, he caught a two-point conversion, too.
That white guy got him.
We'll take a look at scores around the league. We know on Thursday night, Adam called at Green Bay over Arizona. And this leads a question of Tom Brady just lost. Derrick Henry might be out for the season. Kyler is a little banged up. Dak, we don't know if he's going to come back. And do the Cowboys have to rush him back?
No.
Keep him healthy, whatever else, because that division's theirs, and their schedule is pretty easy from here on out. Is there a possibility, even though he should be the front runner right now? I mean, Allen didn't look too good yesterday, but is it going to be detrimental to Aaron Rodgers that it's just a fatigue of him that he doesn't win the MVP? Because right now he should be the front runner, shouldn't he? Him or Kyler?
Yeah.
Or Allen, I guess, maybe. But, I mean, Burrow hurt himself yesterday. That was it with that interception and losing to the Jets.
Well, don't forget Stafford. I mean, he's not having a bad year.
No, he's not having a bad year at all. Comes out, I
And
think
then
he
they
had
get
3
that-
touchdowns yesterday.
Yeah, and then they get this defense built up even more. I mean, I
Cooper
think the Rams.
Cup MVP candidate.
I mean, the Rams, they're bulking up for a Super Bowl run. I think they're ready to go.
They're there. They just have to take out Arizona because other than that, they're staring at a 5 seed, I think. Yeah. So they need to. That would move them up if they win that division, 1, 2, or 3, because that's a log jam there. I do think like the Rams are getting ready towards that push, and I still see them to win that division. But Cowboys might just be able to walk away. And how fast do you want to bring Dak back to get that 1 seed?
You don't. I don't think you do.
Okay.
I think you rest him, get him 100%. Like you said, their schedule's easy.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bring him back.
Arizona and the Rams, they still have to play. I mean, that division is so tough. We say that all the time. Carolina 19-13 over Atlanta. Let's see. Buffalo over the Dolphins 26-11. Tua's 205 yards but no touchdowns. Allen's 29-42, 249 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Bears in San Francisco.
Nagy is without a job. You might as well just say it.
We got a couple of teams that are with the coaches that we can talk about the hot seat real easy here, but
Nagy gone all week long because of COVID protocol.
uh-huh.
They finally use what's his name to his full potential.
Fields.
Rushed all over the place. Actually had a playbook that he could run and recognize. And Nagy was nowhere to be found. And he's this quarterback whisperer, offensive guru. And yet, what happened here? I think they had a good chance of winning that game. You still have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And you have Boza on the other side. And
Made some mistakes,
I
yeah.
was thinking this whole time, I was like, I wonder if I was Boza, what I would do after hitting Fields like he did. Like being from Ohio State, never being able to touch him.
Yeah.
And then being able to unleash on him finally. Like stand over top of him and be like, I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah.
Don't have your right jersey on anymore.
Fields was 19-27, 175 yards and a touchdown. Garoppolo 17-28, 322 yards. Did have a rushing touchdown. I watched a big chunk of this game. The Fields throw for the touchdown was a nice throw. It was an incredible catch too, though.
Yes.
His run that he had when it looked like he was dead in the water 3 different times, and they were like, "Is this the run of the play of his young career?" I think they said out loud that he had 3 rushes of over 14 yards in the game, and he only had 4 total for the season up to that.
Yep.
They looked good. Obviously, they're banged up at running back. There was some weird things out there, like the announcers and even halftime, and I'll go through it. I just had enough of the Garoppolo and the homecoming thing. Like,
Yeah.
They were like, I was like, nobody in Arlington Heights High School thought he was going to play for it. It wasn't like a homecoming, like, you got to stay and play for Northwestern, dude. And no one's like, play for Illinois. He ended up at Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
And no one's like, the Bears should draft him.
Uh-huh.
It was like, oh my God, let it go. And then
They didn't even do that big of a homecoming for Tony Romo, and he was the same scenario. So what's that say?
and the other one was this, because you mentioned about Nagy.
Yeah.
There are two different things. Earlier in the week when they were talking about Tampa Bay and about how great Byron Leftwich is and how much great Tom Brady is, and Bruce Arians, the other quarterback whisperer, you would say, some would say, said that he spends maybe 30% of his time in quarterback offensive meetings. And they were like, because he's got Byron Leftwich, and it doesn't matter. So, and it's like he does it on the field on Sundays. And then you have the exact opposite, Jimmy Johnson at halftime talking about Nagy. And I don't know if he's lobbying for him to keep his job, but he's like, no. The most important time for a coach is Monday through Saturday, not on Sunday. So there was two different things going on here, depending on which way you wanted to look at it. Because everyone's like, what? You only do 30% of your time in these meetings. And he was like, yeah, I got Byron Leftwich, I got Tom Brady.
Said, so you didn't win that Super Bowl on that Sunday?
Yeah. So it was just weird because when you bring up the Nagy thing, because that's what everyone's going to point at. Like, it was a little bit closer. It just got out of hand later in the game.
And like you said, they're beat up all over. I mean, you put a healthier Bear team against you know, a beat up San Francisco team, I think you see a different outcome.
Is it Elijah or Isaiah Mitchell?
Isaiah Mitchell.
Isaiah Mitchell had the exact same run for 27 yards at least 3 times.
Yeah.
It was like he was calling the same play on Madden when he knew he could.
Yeah.
It was always at the bottom. And I was like,
can't stop this.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I'd look up
Fake
again. I'm
picture
like,
on
is
the
that a highlight? And I'm like, that is the exact same run. The camera angle, everything. And it would always be like somewhere around midfield. And then he would end up at like anywhere between the 18 and 25 of the Chicago Bears. I was like, every single, it worked over and over again. So,
interim head coach, that's all I'm saying.
yeah, I couldn't figure out if he looked like Roger Goodell, John Gruden. That guy, he was
He reminded me
He
of
was a
Conan.
doppelganger.
Yeah,
that's a good one, too.
Conan O'Brien. When I seen him, I was like, "Is Conan on the field? Is a short, stubby Conan?"
liked him though. He had no fire.
How did they pick him? Like, did Matt Nagy just like walk in the room and was like, I think we're gonna go with you right over there.
It was like, who's
What's
not
your
going
name,
to
bud?
show me up? And he's like, I'm taking the special teams coach.
You know anything about offense? You know offense.
Judge is not doing very well, and he was a special teams coach, so I'm just going to go with that.
It's like when Shooter McGavin picked the new guy out of the
He did
crowd.
have I think there was a cool quote at the beginning, and I don't remember what it all said, but he was like, it's no different preparing for this than how I prepare for my everyday life. He's like, I lead men. You know, that's what I do. This is my job. I lead men. And
He had that little celebration where he didn't know what to do, so he pumped his fist and kicked at the same time, and it was like, yeah! Like, it really it looked like he lane dancing or whatever.
like your kid just scored his first basket in basketball or something.
I thought at halftime he probably was looking for the sideline reporter to pull him aside, and they were like, keep going. You're good. Go lead the men.
He
Go
just stood
lead
there.
the men.
Yeah, you're good. We're all good.
While we're talking about coaches,
Sure.
this is what irritated me the most is that you had fat Jason Garrett talking about himself looking like a genius, and I was like, you got lucky, bud. Like, come on.
Well, you guys all know how I feel about Mike Zimmer.
Yeah.
He might be on the hot
Big
seat.
Mike
he has
Zimmer
to be.
fan, huh?
Yeah. So we're at 3rd and 11 in its critical time. At the time, it's 16 to 13. Minnesota's leading. And, it's 3rd and 16, sorry. Zimmer calls a timeout. And then he calls a second timeout, which is a no-no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
There are two things the referees can do, and we'll talk about the referees when we come back from our first break. There are two things the referees can do. They can just ignore him, or they can acknowledge it, and if they acknowledge it, then it's a 5-yard penalty. They acknowledge it and moves it from 3rd to 16, 3rd and 11. Then he makes the pass. Then Cooper Rush, I just keep talking about these backups. He makes a pass, which is this whole playing thing makes it even better. He passes it to Ezekiel Elliott, who should have been tackled 5 yards behind the line, but then makes it, gets the first down and more. Runs over like 3 defenders.
Yeah, that was a beast run.
And then they score the touchdown when Cooper Rush throws it to Amari Cooper. And we've seen the stat.
Yep.
First time in NFL history, Cooper first name to a last name.
Cooper to Cooper.
Yeah. But you know it's been done last name quarterback to first name receiver before, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rodgers or Rodgers.
Huh? Not Rodgers Rod, but I don't think there's no. It happened on the Cowboys.
Don't even know.
No.
White to white.
No.
I'm just going with the white name today.
Andy Dalton to Dalton Schultz.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, last.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was last year.
Yeah. So they have back to back. So Zimmer should be in a little bit of trouble
Was
because
that Chris Collinsworth stat there? Or what?
I think that was Pro Fantasy Focus or whatever else. Pro Football Focus. And then Yeah, Minnesota went flat. They came out early. They scored right away. They had a long pass or whatever, and then, I don't know, then Cooper Rush just took over. 24-40 was 325 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Pittsburgh over Cleveland, did not see that one coming.
No.
Cleveland looks like a disaster.
Yep.
Just like the Vikings, both teams just looked like they didn't want to win football yesterday.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Denver covers against Washington. They won 17-10. We already talked about, Philadelphia. Detroit did score 6 points in that, not blanked. Rams over Houston, 38-22. New Orleans beats Tampa Bay 36-27. That's how long has it been since you've seen that happen where he's got 1:41 left, Tom Brady does, to come down and win the game, and then he throws a pick. That's not often.
Yeah.
But he was on his head before that. He was mad at the receiver for not looking back for that ball. So you got to get focused. Come on, Tom.
Yeah. What do you
Here
doing
am I to
here? Come on.
quarterback
You're a role
couch.
model.
I'm going to quarterback couch him. Jets over Cincinnati. That's just those were 2 interceptions that Burrow that one that they ended up going ahead on. That was crazy. But White threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns.
So your New York front office, are you sticking with White and letting Zach sit? Or are you keeping Zach as your starter?
Well, Zach's not going to be healthy for another 3 games, I
Right,
believe.
but when he comes back, do you bring him back for the year?
This is a small sample size, I feel like. I feel like they're going to have to see what he does. If he continues to win football games and continues to play like this, yes, absolutely, he keeps his job, but that's just going to depend on him.
I just feel like White looked a lot more comfortable in the pocket than Zach's ever looked. Zach's always looking scared, which I don't blame him. You're playing behind the Jets' offensive line. But it just looked like he was willing to sit there and take the hit rather than what Zach is. I don't know.
New England goes into Chargers, L.A., beats them 27-24. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. Mac Jones and Herbert both were 18 of 35. Herbert had more yards and 2 touchdowns, but Hoodie comes through, and Jacksonville is just terrible.
Yeah.
Seattle 31-7. Geno Smith 20-24, 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence attempted 54 passes, completed 32 of them, 238 yards, 1 touchdown.
I thought that game was going to be a lot closer.
The Bengals and the Jets, the reason why that game got to be locked up was that unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah,
helmet.
that was, oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
Nothing you can do. Let's take a break and come back, and then Skip's gonna talk to us what he brought from the R bar. We got
I've been seeing he's been doing some things over there.
I know. We've been
Caught my
talking or whatever
attention.
else. We've been talking. We're not even 23 minutes. We haven't had a drink from the R bar yet.
I have.
So we're gonna get to that in just a second here. All right, we'll be right back. ESPN, don't hassle us for local.
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from our bar Davenport
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
on ESPN 1170 AM.
This is Tom Kakert from HawkeyeReport.com, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem, and yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm gonna save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours, they're open. Visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
Want to learn a new language so it will actually stick? Try Babbel. Practice real-life conversations in the Babbel app.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Get personalized help in Babbel's live online classes.
Classes are limited to 6 people, so everyone can get the help they need.
Review words and phrases with fun games, or dive into the culture with short videos. Whatever your learning style, Babbel gives you the tools you need. Babbel, more ways to learn. Now try Babbel free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
For the brightest hand-selected diamonds, come to Dolan Jewelers. This is Will Doland, and we want to offer the best diamond experience for every client and every occasion. At Dolan Jewelers, we carry the most popular shapes and sizes, as well as a huge inventory of lab-grown diamonds. With custom goldsmiths right here in our store, your experience will be convenient, easy, and fun. Visit us at 3865 Elmore Avenue in Davenport or online at dolanjewelers.com.
Don't let the holidays sneak up on you for that hard-to-buy-for person. Let Premier Metal Art customize the perfect gift today. Multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art, plus so much more. Tumblers, fire pits, even holiday decor and keepsakes. Let them customize the perfect gift for the sports fan, first responders, veterans, and family members on your list. Order online at qcpremier.com. Find them on Facebook or stop by their cash and carry location inside of Mattress for Less in Rock Island. Premier Metal Art. Finish your holiday shopping today.
When you own a business, every precious second of your life is spent focusing on how to make it successful and profitable. You spend so much time worrying about making things right, the last thing you need to worry about is when things go wrong. That's where we come in. Jorgensen Insurance, our worldwide resources allow us to give your business the most comprehensive and cost-effective commercial insurance plan anywhere. Online at jorgenseninsurance.com. Now, get back to work.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Cooper Rush stepped in for an injured Dak Prescott to lift the Dallas Cowboys past the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Down by 3 with under a minute to go, Rush connected with Amari Cooper on a 5-yard score. Cowboys win 20-16. Mike White threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns in his first NFL start to help the Jets beat the Bengals 34-31. After the game, Coach Robert Saleh announced White will start against the Colts this week on Thursday Night Football. Tough news out of New Orleans. Jameis Winston suffered a significant knee injury in the Saints' win over the Bucs. Backup quarterback Trevor Siemian led New Orleans to their 5th win of the season. And Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley announced that he is stepping away from football at this time to focus on his mental well-being. Head coach Arthur Smith said there's no timetable for his return. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Lowe's can help you make more holiday for everyone on your list by saving on select appliance special values plus free local delivery on major appliances over $396. And save $20 on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. You can make the holiday twice as nice and twice as merry. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. Valid through 11/17. Craftsman offer while supplies last. Valid 10/28 through 22. U.S. only.
How can I get new orders out on time without working overtime?
It's possible with Staples Connect. Staples Connect has small business shipping covered with premium shipping supplies and UPS shipping services. And now buy 2, get 1 free on select shipping supplies like bubble roll and premium shipping boxes. Plus, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 1/1. In-store only. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
Sports news can break anytime. Get it when it does. Download the free mobile app from the sports leader now. ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, well, welcome back here. First show, November 2021. We got Skip in from the R Bar. Skip, you brought in some cocktails here, and you guys have a big get-together on this coming Sunday for Yellowstone, right?
Yes, sir. We're doing the premiere release on Sunday evening.
Okay.
So we're going to drink some cocktails. We're going to do anything that's ever been mentioned on the series Yellowstone. So anything from that one Montana ranch out there. So today we are drinking what is the most common drink ordered on the series Yellowstone is Bullet on the Rocks. And we are drinking the Bullet Blender Select, which is one of my personal favorites. Lots of butterscotch, nice 100 proof, very mellow, easy finish.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like 100 proof at all.
Yeah, the boys are drinking it. They were jealous that I was drinking before everyone else. So
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
This is going to put a little bit of a damper on my afternoon blends. I'll tell you that much.
Or the opposite of damper, it'll make it better.
Well, this is fantastic. So the Yellowstone thing is on Sunday night.
Sunday
you have
night.
a lot of people already interested in it?
Yeah, typically we're closed on Sunday nights, so we've been talking about it to our guests as they come into the store. It's been on our Facebook. It's been on our text club.
Yep.
We've got about 27 reservations now. Expect to fill it up this week, but we will be able to take a couple walk-ins and find some room to put them.
27, that's a lot.
20, well, we only seat about 35, yeah.
Yeah, for that place, for that many people into it.
Everybody's going to bring their own food. Everybody's going to dress as their favorite Rip or Mr. Dutton. Or
well,
I want to see if we can get a Beth Dutton in there. And
I've never seen the show.
Okay, well, she's a pretty much hot redhead. So
okay, I probably should. Everyone says good things about it.
Somebody's going to walk in and ask for a Beth smoothie. Which
what is it?
A Beth smoothie is 3 scoops of ice cream with 2 shots of vodka.
Oh,
wow!
She's a power drinker.
Is this on Peacock?
It's on Peacock, yes. And then it's on Paramount on cable.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't want me at that party because all I'll talk about is, did you hear about the rumor? So, which, by the way, episode 2 dropped today. So there goes my afternoon plans if I can remember the podcast or whatever else. So I'll be listening to that today or working out tomorrow. But yeah, episode 2 of that is today. Well, that's cool though that people are interested in going to that and that you making the theme of everything.
Hey, didn't you say you were going to have possibly a miniature horse there during break?
It's a good possibility. We might have a mini horse there for a little petting and
picture opportunity.
Picture opportunity, and people putting maybe a trailer out front to make it look like we're a real ranch with some hay bales and stuff. But we're working all that stuff out this week, finalizing the details.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Right on. We'll talk more about that. So you brought this in specifically for the show though.
Correct.
For the party.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll be doing samplings and flights of all the other Yellowstone bourbons and whiskeys and anything else that's associated with the show. And they've got their own ranch water, which is a seltzers.
Yeah.
That are sponsored by the guys on the show. There's another bourbon called Oak and Eden that one of the guys sponsors, and then anything that those guys touch is pretty much turning to gold right now. So we'll have the 10-gallon hats on, and we'll just make
bolo ties.
Bolo ties.
So have you tried
lassos.
Have you tried that Beth smoothie yet, or?
No, not yet. But Sunday night, I'm sure we will. We don't even have a blender, but I'll spin it together. We'll figure something out.
All right. So we briefly talked about the referees. That helmet to helmet was bad. I mean, the defender from the Bengals purposely was going down, and then the Jets running back lowered his helmet to hit them, got the personal foul, 15 yards, iced the game for them. And then you have the referees letting them call the second time out, then figuring out that they have to penalize him. What else is going on yesterday? I mean, I've seen stuff all over about the NFL referees.
There's a couple no calls, just like normal. Some blatant pass interference that just didn't get called.
I don't know. It can't be easy, though. I mean, that part, pass interference, we all know that. But what I don't get is I'm like, I don't know how I could ever they say there's holding on every play in the NFL. I don't know how I always think about that. I'm like, I don't know how I'd see that, how fast that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like they just pick on one person and they just stare at him long enough. And if he doesn't get a holding call within 4 or 5, then he moves on to a next one.
Just go down the line and go, okay, I'm taking him this one.
Yeah.
Then he's going to his next door neighbor.
I don't know. That one was bad, but I saw people just light up about that. My whole thing was like that cost people on Survivor quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And it did. And the one I was in, Bengals were a big one. And then obviously a lot of people are sitting on the Chiefs tonight, myself included, on Survivor. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. They're favored tonight, I believe, by 7. This is a game the Chiefs have to have.
It's down to 7?
What was it? I think
it was at 10.5, wasn't it?
It was 10.5.
Oh, I think earlier. Maybe it went up or whatever else. I don't know. I thought when we did
I think it's been all week. It's been 10.5. I was pretty sure. I don't think it's moved once.
Yeah, it's still 10.5.
Oh, okay. Well, then makes me feel a little bit better. I just hope they don't pull like what the Bengals did or anything like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No, they got to win. Adrian said it. They have to win this game.
Well, since it's Monday night and it's everybody's favorite cast, the Monday Night Football, and they are on this week. Who's the guest?
Strahan.
You know that? That one's good because he's a Mickey Mouse employee.
Yep.
So he comes on.
Yep.
Strahan's on.
Who's again?
Giants at Chiefs. I got my celebrity, and it's only because I can't stop seeing the stupid commercials. Kansas City fan.
Jake from State Farm?
No. Paul Rudd.
Paul
because
Rudd.
I see those Ghostbuster commercials all over.
Promote his movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that'd be a good one.
And he's he's a good. I mean, he's funny and everything else. So that would be my celebrity. I like Strahan. Who comes in for Kansas City?
I was thinking Tony, but I don't. Gonzalez.
Ooh, that might be a good one. Is he a talking head anywhere?
Yeah, he was for ESPN for a while.
They would bring him back for that. Yeah.
Or do you bring in Alex Smith?
He's already on the sideline, right? Doesn't he do the pregame? He does the pregame.
I wasn't for sure.
Yeah, he does the pregame because we talked about last week how good it was to see him, and he does a good job. It's possible because he's on the pre-show. Alex Smith's a good call too. You already have him close enough. He's already looking good. He doesn't have to do too much. He's
already paying attention and putting the stats in his head and things to talk about. So,
is this where you bring in Aaron Rodgers and you talk to him too, the week before he plays Patrick Mahomes?
No, they won't do that unless they're going to talk about his John Wick costume.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. His hero is John Wick.
That's so.
I've never seen a John Wick movie.
No.
Really?
What we're referring to is Aaron Rodgers, 4 weeks ago, told everybody that he was growing out his hair and his beard because he was going as his hero.
Yeah.
And it ends up being John Wick of the films, John Wick series.
4, yeah.
I've never seen it.
I don't think it's his actual hero, guys.
Everyone says good things about
yeah,
him.
they're good shows.
Yeah, my friends on the text thread, they were talking about him one time, the movies, and I was like, what's the deal with this guy? And they're like, he kills people and loves his dog.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good, yeah.
Loved.
Oh, spoiler.
Oops.
Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers isn't bad, especially given the preview of next week. And then I feel like...
Have they done that before with a preview? Like putting another player that's going to play the next game?
I don't think they have.
No. Strahan's a good one. Would Tiki Barber be in there?
Yeah, that's a very good possibility. Yeah,
because he can
He's
talk.
friends probably with Eli. Still.
That's what I said. They're gonna have someone in as that was a teammate of his type of thing, and because I can just see them like
bashing Eli.
Yeah, and they'll be able to yuck it up. They'll be all over the moon for Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
So
how's that go?
They'll probably think, "Oh, ghosts are real."
Yeah. And then, did you get to drive the Ghostmobile?
Yeah. Did the gun really work?
Yeah, I like Tony Gonzalez as well. So that would be. Is that 4?
Joe Montana.
I thought about that.
How cool would that be?
He just doesn't really.
He doesn't do any kind of media stuff.
Right. He's got commercials, so he's actually, he's used to getting out there and being in front of a camera. So
So if there's usually 4, right?
Yeah, there's 4.
That would be so Strahan. I like Gonzalez in there, Paul Rudd and Tiki. Anybody else?
Unless you could
Anybody
think
in the Facebook comment thread that came up with anyone.
You could think of someone from New York that's a celebrity.
Ooh, Brad. That's a decent call. The only thing is Mickey Mouse doesn't own Netflix. Kaepernick.
Oh, yeah.
They just dropped his show.
They did.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a show.
Neither did I.
Only reason I know is I saw it yesterday.
You watched it?
No, I just saw it like pop up, and then it was like the top of the screen, like a suggested thing.
Yeah.
The Netflix one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw like the advertising for it, and then I was like, oh, coming soon. And then the next thing I pull up Netflix and like, here, suggested for you. And I was like, suggested for me? I don't know what I did. Someone's going to get mad at me or whatever. Don't tell T-Roy.
What was it? What's it called? Something...
Is it black
and
white?
white?
Black and white or black or white or whatever else?
White, yeah.
Colin in black and white.
Yeah, Colin in black and white, yeah. So, that's not I like those ones there, though. Let's lock it in. That's what I think is going to be for that. All right. We're switching over real quick.
Before we switch over,
Sure.
I got a question. Not sports related at all, but you guys live in the Bettendorf area. You guys had meatballs subs, right?
Yeah.
Had meatballs.
Yeah.
What? I'm getting lunch from there today, and it's getting delivered to me, so I'm looking for a sandwich. Don't go out there very often. I've had their meatball one.
Okay.
What would you guys recommend?
I like the one that's got a pig in the name.
It's got a pig in the name.
So
Okay,
it's
all right.
bacon, ham, and a couple
All right.
things. Has a decent mustard or mayo on it. Something that's a little bit more than just. It's like some aioli or something. We've had them actually twice for our Hawkeye games.
Okay.
And
they cater for you?
Yeah, do
Oh,
like
maybe I'll
big
have to look into
trays.
that. Okay.
Yeah, so they always take care of us.
Yeah.
Yep. But with the pig one is always the most popular one.
Okay.
The Rachel's really good.
All right.
Yeah, that's the
And
one I usually get.
I think they just came out with a cheesesteak as well.
Okay.
That might be just on special, not the menu. Look at their Facebook post.
Yeah, I'll take a peek.
And it's chilly out, colder. So if they're soup in a bowl, I think they're doing one of those things now.
All right. Oh,
right on.
Definitely gonna need some soup. Anybody out there on Facebook got any recommendations? Let me know.
Game.
Adrian's been drinking bourbon. He doesn't know what he wants for lunch today.
You guys gotta figure it out for me.
You guys gotta do it for me here. I told you, damper on my afternoon.
It's over.
Once I start drinking, nothing else gets done. Guys.
no decisions are being made.
Nothing else happens.
So
That's why I don't come every Monday.
Game 5 last night.
Yeah. Where'd that come from?
Who hit the grand slam in the first inning?
Adam Duvall.
Yes.
I would have done the exact same thing. I would not have pitched to Rosario.
No, they made the right call.
Yeah. After the game on Saturday night, and knowing that Tucker Davidson was coming in,
Out of the arm bar.
Yep. Yes. He was in some barn. I'm not sure it was the iron barn. He might have been working on his barn because he hadn't thrown in the big since June or July. It doesn't matter. It's a long time enough. He did throw sometime in October. I think it was late October, but it was in AAA. Decent ERA in his 5 major league starts, and decent in AAA as well. But still, it's Game 6
of a World Series that you're not ready.
I was all over the Astros winning this game.
Were you?
Yeah.
You had it from the beginning, huh?
Yeah, I was. And then that.
But you didn't feel very good in the first inning,
Did
though.
not at all. Not one bit.
Were you standing in that room in your house where you're like, why did I just do this?
It went from that. It's kind of like when we were just saying this about Tom Brady, and Easer is like, Jay, tell Tom Brady what to do. I mean, I was like, I wouldn't pitch to him. Nope. And then I was like, do not pitch to him, Snicker. I was like, don't. And then next thing, grand slam. I'm like, well, he knew. He knew that thing was gone.
That was great. I was at Oscars watching the game. There's a guy wearing a Braves hat. As soon as that hit, he's like, I'll pay my tab, and he's going home. He was like, I'm going home happy. Like, he probably wasn't very happy when he got home.
I would never have thought that at all. And then they started chipping away, coming back. They didn't get to the lead till I think they went up. They were down 5-4 going probably into the 6th inning. Freddie Freeman's home run was pretty good.
Yeah.
Duvall flipped the bat a little bit. Freeman put that bat in a holster.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it.
Yeah, he did. What was it? 463 feet, the longest of the postseason, and it matched his longest of all time. So, that one was good. And then they just Astros finally open it up. If you look at their wins, the games that they have, Astros don't. I mean, the Braves win those games. I think they've got one win out of all of them in let's say the last 10 games. They're both like 6-4 in their last 10 games. The over under is like 4-5-1, and most of the Braves actually get outscored. If you take the average in the last 10 games, that's also going back against the Dodgers as well. But their wins are no more than like 4 runs. Whereas when the Astros win, they win big.
They win big, yeah. They're winning by 5 or more.
Yeah, so it's...
no, I seen that stat, too, last night, and I was like, well...
You know what happens to Atlanta when they have a 3-1 lead? Or 3-1 lead?
They blow it. They blew it against L.A. last year.
Oh.
You got it. You had the Falcons were 28-3.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia was up against Alabama 20-7.
That's terrible. Yeah. Let's take a look at that because that's an interesting.
Here we go.
Did you see that stat on Altuve getting on base?
Yeah.
Like his percentage of what after that stat showed, it was like then he scored. So that was like what 20 of 24 times he's been on base in the postseason. He scored.
Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know if anybody watched fully that game, but that when they walked Alex Bregman to get to Maldonado, they loaded the bases. Did you see how close Maldonado was to the plate?
Yeah.
And he would look like he was going to get hit. I'm pretty sure when it was 3-1, he put out the fake bunt because like he was little league style. Get me on first base. I can't hit. I figure it out, and they walk him.
Yeah,
that was the biggest at bat of the game.
Yeah, they showed it. They were like this first at bat where he was kind of like in the middle. I mean, a little bit closer, but then he was right on top of that, right on the line, everything. And then
remind me of Dorn in Major League.
Yeah.
there's Astros are favored in Game 6, -125. Garcia's on the mound for them, scheduled to be Max Fried on the mound for the Braves. They're +105. I like the Braves in 6, so I guess I would be going the Braves that route. I'm not seeing a series price, which upsets me with our friends from Elite Sportsbook, because that's the one thing that if you want to get down the Astros, if you think they are the better team and they can win 2 more in a row, that's where you can make some money. So,
did you? What do you guys think about this being the last time we see the DH hitter?
That's a great point, because the collective bargaining agreement comes up midnight of December 1st.
Yeah.
And the speculation is that that was the last time we're going to see a pitcher hit in a Major League Baseball game.
Yep.
That it's going to be a huge thing to do with the collective bargaining agreement.
Thank God.
Who's on the side of that?
Oh, I'm on the side of it just for it to be the same, no matter what.
Trying to figure out.
Just one way or the other.
One way or the other.
Yeah, I'm one way or the other. So,
but I'm all about the DH too. Like I want we need some offense. Get people more excited about it. Get people longer playing careers.
100%. And your pitchers. There's that whole mental thing. There's not a lot of people that can go pitch and then go bat. Being a pitcher, that was the hardest thing to do, is go from an inning and then go your second and up to bat, and now you got to bat. Now you're trying to think of what that pitcher's throwing to you. I mean, it's a big mental game. So if you take that mental game out, that pitcher's going to last a lot longer in the big leagues. And then you like Adrian says, you get the offense from the big sluggers. Frank Thomas still has a spot in the Major League Baseball. You still can have those old guys, the old names. When Bryce Harper gets up there, he'll be able to jump around the league and be a DH.
Getting more Bryce Harper. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything like that. Anything else?
I also got something else for you, Jay.
Sure.
I know nobody at home can see this, but it's
you have Bryce Harper hair, Clay? Good
and
for you.
Beard wax.
Oh man.
I brought this in for you today since I didn't wear a hat. I done my hair up for you with my Bryce Harper collection.
This is from Axios Sports.
Where do you get those at? Looks like something my mom sells on Avon.
It might have been.
Might have been it. That's a stocking stuffer.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
all my stockings.
Avon can be for men too.
Hey,
okay.
Avon's fantastic, man.
It says Bryce Harper, stay handsome. Jay's quote.
Stay handsome.
I don't know how
we gotta get that printed on like Jay's wall back
here. It's so easy for him to do, though.
That's great.
According to Axios Sports, pitchers went 2 for 11 this weekend. Like I said, the collective bargaining agreement expires in a month. The DH is expected to be part of the deal. This concept was tested during the pandemic-shortened 2020 season, and it did not get any better for the pitchers when they went into this one. This season, batters averaged 728 OPS and designated hitters 766, pitchers 284. So we said this also. This means MLB's first work stoppage since 1995 and would freeze free agency. And a nice little stat for Zach Greinke. He is responsible for both pitcher hits in Atlanta, including the first World Series pinch hit by a pitcher since 1923. So what a way for him to go out, right?
Yeah. They
Won't be the
can't
last pitcher to be pinch hit by.
They can't afford to go on strike. The MLB. They have to continue playing. There's not enough fan base, and I don't see you having another McGuire Sosa home run battle to bring people back in.
No, it's not good, because you make old bitter fans like T-Roy who will say he's done, which reminds me.
T-Roy also said Dak Prescott doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, that's true. But what reminds me is I'm watching the show. And they're showing I'm watching this show. I'm watching the World Series, and they've got the camera from the back of the bump, and they put the little ads on the mound, and it's of TikTok, and I'm like. Listen, I may look at TikTok, but I was like, what is average? I want to know the percentage of 40 to 60-year-old white men that are just on TikTok that they're like, TikTok sponsors Major League Baseball? I'm downloading that app right now.
And then they look at it. What is this?
As they open their flip phone. How do I get TikTok?
Yeah, they look at their phone. Come here. Help me download this app.
They pop their flip phone.
Yeah.
They pop their flip phone. Can you even get an app on a flip phone?
I don't know. Okay, before we take a break, did you guys see any of the scores of high school football?
No, I didn't.
Rock Island played Springfield in Class 5A or 6A.
Yeah, you were telling me about this the other night.
The final score was like 94-72.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was, and I say that like I'm not exact, but it was each one was in the low 90s and low 70s. I would like to know more about this game and what it was like, and if everyone just stopped playing defense and they were. Was it again, since you're making men, like when you wanted the ball back, you just would let them score?
Yeah.
And so
the flag football.
Yeah. It was, and they put up like 40 with like 7 minutes left too, because with like 7 minutes left, I was looking at a tweet. It's like Springfield has 70, Rock Island has 50, and then it ended up in the 90s and 70s.
Who won?
Springfield.
Okay.
So it was the I think when that tweet came out, it was like they've already established a record for most in their class, and they were 3 points away from the most points scored for all classes, and they just demolished it.
Or they just got together. They're like, "Hey, look what we're gonna do here."
You want to go viral?
Let's put our names on the record.
Yeah.
Let's get our name in the record book.
Yeah.
That's a good call there, though.
They get together. The kids get together beforehand. Like, you want to make a TikTok with me? Like, no, you know what would be better?
Everybody's gonna talk about Illinois football.
Yeah, this record will last forever. That TikTok might not last forever. We don't know the algorithm that the 40 to 6-year-old white males are going to be looking after they download the TikTok app. So, all right, we got to take a quick break here. ESPN 1170 AM. We're going to talk more with Skip, and then we're going to do Guess the Lines when we come back here. Don't Hassle Us for Local, ESPN 1170 AM.
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture Store.
Sarah, can you go over to dining sets, please?
She needs more sales associates before shoppers take their seats elsewhere.
Can somebody get me a price check on trundle beds?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You seek a professional to fix your car, to fix an electrical problem, or roof your house. So don't settle for testosterone-boosting pills when there's professional help to fix your low testosterone symptoms at Limitless Man. Do you suffer no energy, lack of concentration, belly fat, low libido, poor muscle mass? These are signs of low T, and there's an easy fix. Schedule a complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com and get your life back. Insurance accepted.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Sam Darnold, to me, may be a great 4A quarterback. I don't know that he'll be a great NFL quarterback. I thought when he got drafted he had a chance to be a good one, but what I've seen is not that. I know he checks a lot of boxes, but does he check them at a high enough level? I've seen Zach Wilson do things where you go, that's a little differently talented.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
It's Macy's Friends and Family with our biggest savings on everything you need to get ready for the holidays. Like an extra 30% off brands that rarely go on sale with your coupon or Macy's card. And take 15% off fragrances, skincare, makeup, and more great beauty gift ideas. Going on now at Macy's. Plus, get contact-free curbside pickup or pickup in store today. Details at Macys.com/pickup. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Eli Manning, what are you expecting from the Giants quarterback this year?
I think he will be able to take that step forward just because the fact that it is his second year. I've seen firsthand just how hard Daniel works. I know how important it is to him for him to be a successful player. I know he knows this year is a big year for him, but that's not going to put pressure on him. It's going to make him excel and do better.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Jason Bottom's Led Zeppelin Evening 2021 tour. Live. An unforgettable evening of Led Zeppelin's greatest hits and deepest cuts. November 2nd at Adler Theater. Reserved seats on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and in person at Adler Theater box office. Jason Bottom's Led Zeppelin Evening 2021 tour.
Canty and Golick Jr.
I, for one, am shocked by the headlines coming out of Philadelphia. Ben Simmons now openly saying he doesn't want to be part of the team before reporting to training camp. I mean, can they just get this over with already? Like, Ben Simmons is going to have this cycle go on long enough for him to be able to claim that you can't fire me, I quit.
Canty and Golick Jr., 2 till 6 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Renewal by Anderson.
I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. Black Friday is upon us, and that means big savings at Renewal by Anderson. $350 off every window and $900 off every patio door. And you don't even have to wait till Black Friday to get the savings. Our custom Fibrex windows are twice as strong as vinyl, and our patio doors come in a variety of styles and colors to fit every home. And with our certified master installation and industry's best warranty, we've got the deal for you. $350 off every window, $900 off of every patio door, and special financing options to make buying easy. No money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. That's 2 years. Black Friday savings start now. Contact us at renewalbyanderson.com or visit us at our showroom on 35th and Davenport.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
Seasons change and the fall colors bring out some of the best views of our Midwestern scenery. The Camera Corner in Davenport can help you preserve these memories in all their blazing glory. If you have pictures on your smartphone, you can print those directly at thecameracorner.com. Better yet, why not talk to the experts at the Camera Corner and find the right camera and Tamron lens to capture the brilliant oranges and vibrant reds that make fall what it is. Savor each fall foliage moment with a visit to thecameracorner.com or at the corner of Eastern and Kimberly Road, Davenport.
Talk about local sports. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
We're back here, ESPN 1170 AM.
Double-fisted, man.
Crazy weekend here.
Double-fisted Monday.
That's right. Crazy weekend in sports. Saw all kinds of nutty things in the NFL. We saw the World Series move on to Game 6. I know we talked on Friday about how important Game 3 was because the winner of Game 3 goes on to win 70% of the time. There's a Paul Rudd for you. It works 100%. What is it? It works 70% of the time, all the time.
I use the number 68% because I just thought it sounded a little better.
Yeah, well, here's your percentage about game when you're leading 3-2 in the World Series. So, in Major League Baseball, teams that have led a series by a 3-2 margin have gone on to win the series 69% of the time. So they won on the 70. Yeah, they won Game 3, and that's when it was at 70%. They go on, and then now they're at they still have a good margin there. Looking at it, so that'll be tomorrow night, Game 6 on Tuesday night, and then we have the Iowa game. I don't know. That's it. That's it. I don't know.
Let's say you guys got to tell me what happened there.
The fact that we're still ranked is just beyond me.
That too.
Doesn't it feel like it's
Where'd
like
we fall in?
19?
19.
We stayed in top 20.
And then I saw on Twitter someone wrote like Iowa is 10-point favorites against Northwestern, and someone wrote back. Hold on, someone wrote back. How is Northwestern going to score -3 so we can cover spread? I thought that was great. And someone was like, what do you mean? What is that? I'm like, means Iowa's not going to score more than a touchdown. Their offense that. Like, how is it possible that Northwestern's going to go -3 to cover spread?
We get ranked number 2. We've only scored 4.
Did you see that
points.
breaking news thing that came out on Facebook and it says there was a fight in the Iowa locker room after the game?
Please tell me it was between.
No, it's like, so there's a fight in the locker room and what's his face? The quarterback got mad at Ferenc. Petrus got mad at Ferenc, so he threw his water bottle at him. And instead of hitting him in the face, he overthrew him. Overhit him. And it ended up hitting the other Ferenc in the face. And when questioned after the fight, the other Ferenc said, "I haven't seen anything coming for 3 weeks. I didn't see the water bottle." Yeah. It made it look like there was an actual fight. Yeah. It was hilarious.
It was getting so bad that I just started like speculating what. So when things are going down, it could be a penalty, whatever else. Things will go that way. You always see Ferenc write something down, right? He bends over a little bit and he has a piece of paper and writing down. So I just started, because there's nothing else to do, speculating things that he was writing down.
A list like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, like one, like, yeah.
God, I'm glad I called that
yeah.
guy.
I thought it was like, I had more of like one, because I think it
That's
was like
Billy Madison.
Oh, Billy Madison,
That's Billy
yeah.
Madison. I had one where I think it was like a false start of holding and be like, make sure to tell someone not to do that, and he's a big dummy and blah blah blah, and smiley face. But then it got a little bit more and be like, and it's like, not because I think you're funny, it's because I thought it was funny that you're a dummy. But then I got really more graphic, like, remind me at halftime to ask Brian why he hates me. Remind me to tell Brian Thanksgiving's canceled this year.
Christmas is canceled. Remind
me to text Belichick and ask if he wants Brian back. Remind Brian that I hear seeing the weather change is beautiful anywhere but Iowa City. So if he wants to go look for another job, feel free. He has my blessing.
See ya.
Yeah, I just, because you have to, it's like, find something to laugh at after a while because it's just so bad. And there's all these stats out there. If they don't get a turnover in the game, how bad their offense is. And boy, it gets to the point now where you get that weird feeling like, well, what if Wisconsin stumbles? And what if they went out?
Yeah.
And what if Iowa is a representative? And do we want Iowa to go do that and be an Indy after what we've seen, and worry that that could be that type of game?
See, I wish I had that kind of problem where I had to think about this.
I gotcha, yeah.
But at the same time, not being an Iowa fan and absolutely hating them, I think they're the best. I say that with passion.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like it.
I think they're still the best representative out of that division. They stumbled a little bit. We didn't know what they're going to look like coming out of a bye. I think, the chips didn't line up for them. I think they're going to run the table. I don't see why you wouldn't want them to represent the division. I mean, you don't want Wisconsin because you could say the same thing about Wisconsin. You don't know which Wisconsin team's going to show up. I
agree, and that's the thing I also was thinking in my head, because when we talked to Easer A's last week, he has family in Wisconsin. They're Badger fans, and he's like, they feel the same way about Graham Mertz that Iowa fans do about Petrus. So, and then you have to find like the right side of it. Like, okay, it's not like I'm gonna turn on and be like, I'm never going to watch them the rest of the year or anything like that. Or
right.
What are they're not doing, what are they doing? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people like, bring in a cold backup, and that's going to, sometimes you do. Iowa has made guys got benched before.
Well, they haven't had established a run game like they normally do either. Where'd that go? They're not controlling the clock anymore.
At this point, we're not really even worried about Wisconsin, are we? We're more worried about Minnesota.
I would say Illinois.
No, Minnesota just lost another running back.
Did they really?
Yeah. So unless they have one heck of a passing game that I'm not aware of, they lost their third running back for the season.
Well, at this point, their schedule doesn't look too hard.
You guys are still skipping over November 20th. A date circled in my calendar.
Who?
Yeah. It's Illinois.
Oh, I'm just talking about Minnesota's leading the division now. Like they're 4-1 in the division or in.
There was something in there, and I'd have to go through Twitter to find it. And I don't know. I believe it was Tyron Tracy's father, and he really, really ripped into the coaches and their lack of use of Tyron Tracy. Like, how do you have someone who the future looks so bright, blah blah blah. It's only getting better, and he's just disappeared.
Yeah.
And I wish I could read it. I didn't have it pulled up. I wish I could read it on the air, but I'll have to find it another time. But
and Illinois did exactly what I said they were going to do. They were going to stumble over a big win. They lost to Rutgers. Looked like crap. Didn't have the running game established.
Was it a big win when Penn State marched out the guy that can't really play?
Yeah. It's a big win.
It's a big win.
Illinois beats anybody that's ranked as a big win.
Big win for Michigan State.
Yeah, huge win for Michigan State. Harbaugh having troubles again with
He's
top-ranked teams.
Now 1-10 against teams that are ranked.
Yeah.
You lost to Tucker now twice. That guy's going to be up for the job at LSU.
Do you think so? You really think so? I feel like they want like a bigger name than that. Like,
I think I think you can follow the what you did with Nick Saban when you got him from Michigan State down at LSU. I mean, he did well at Colorado. He's done great at well, but again, it's tough bringing in 15 guys for the transfer portal, but obviously he can recruit them to come there.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, maybe that's what they want. They want to be able to get someone who can recruit and battle right away against like the Alabamas and the Georgias of there. College football playoff should be announced tonight. What are we looking at? We're pretty sure it's going to be Georgia 1.
Yep, Cincy.
Cincy's in there.
Alabama's back in.
And I can't believe
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Gotcha. Iowa State lost at West Virginia. Lost by 7. I said that I did not believe they had any business being favored going into that game. So
It's a fun game to watch, though.
Ohio State beat Penn State.
Yep.
Rushed the field.
Was that necessary?
Well, listen, if they're going to hate on Iowa for beating Penn State when Iowa was favored by just 3 and Ohio State was favored by 18.5.
Yeah, and they served.
Someone want to give the Twitter hate to them?
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I thought
Ohio State was hating on us for rushing the field?
Everybody
hated it.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing? You're favored. Get
Let
off
people
the
have
field.
their fun.
Get off
Let
my
them have their
yard.
fun.
You're
Whatever.
favored. It wasn't a game that meant anything.
I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You made fun of our hurt players.
I have other problems.
No, I'm. Yeah, you mean the scuba turtles?
The scuba turtles.
Yeah, they made fun of them. All right. We're going to do Week 9 Guess the Lines. Boys ready? You got your picks?
Let's do this.
Adrian, you going to keep score?
Yeah, I can do that.
Appreciate that. All right, this is where we look ahead at Week 9. We haven't looked at anything, and we pick what we think the line's going to be, and then we'll check in with our friends at Elite Sportsbook and see how we did for each game that's coming up here for the Week 9 of the NFL. So sometimes we run into some things because of injuries, and some might be taken off the board, but we can always go to a secondary site to find that. So we're going to start with the Thursday night game.
And the Mike White Jets.
That's right. Yeah, Carson Wentz versus White.
Who's excited for this game?
Carson Wentz, because he needs to win after
My little brother, he's a Jets fan.
Yeah, Jets fans because they're riding that high. It's Thursday night. It's prime time for them. Yeah, it's good. It's good for the Jets when you're on prime time like this because it helps with recruiting. Oh crap! Never mind. I'm talking about MAC football. Never mind. Sorry about that.
The Jets have beat the Bengals and the Titans though this year. That's how
I know.
How wild is that?
Joe's promise. That guy with that beautiful bald head of his. That coach. All right.
You know, that's a guy that I look to when I think about a guy leading men. You know.
He does.
He looks like
he's a mini Rock. Like he looks like when he comes into the room, he's going to kick a door open and he's going to tell you how things are going to go.
I started this off thinking the betting public. I don't know. I sometimes I just took the Colts minus 8.5.
Okay.
I thought that's sounded about right. Even though I thought the Colts were 3. They were getting 3.5 in that game. They lost by 3, right? So
yeah.
The right side was to take the Colts there. The Jets riding high here. I thought maybe the public, after beating the Bengals, Vegas is going to try to trap you into betting the Jets on the road. So I went minus 8.5. What do you guys got?
I got 6.5.
Okay.
Indy.
Jay, I'm on the exact same number as you, 8.5.
Okay.
7.5 is where I was.
Adrian, we're going to get this in tie. It's actually 10.5.
Oh,
wow. No way.
And that's screaming for, I don't know. What does that tell me right now? Do you think that the Vegas doesn't think the public is going to be sold on the Jets and think that the Colts went head-to-head in overtime with a team that actually right now is leading the AFC? They would be the number 1 seed if it started right now?
Yeah, who the Jets beat.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're trying to think the public's going to take the Colts at minus 10.5.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, so the smart bet right here is to take the Jets at plus 10.5.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. The battle for Ohio.
I got 4.5.
2 first overall number 1s. Cleveland goes to Cincinnati. Adam, you're at 4. Cincinnati minus 4.5 for Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
Skip, what do you have?
I like Cleveland minus 3.
Oh wow.
I think they're going to win this week. Finally.
Both these teams coming off losses. Nobody expected, I'm guessing, right? Cleveland not being able to really move the ball against Pittsburgh, and just kind of looks like, what is going on there? Like, does anybody even want to be there anymore? I guess is that just living in Cleveland in general? Do you want to be there? I have Cincinnati -3.
Nick Chubb could be back too for that game.
Nick Chubb is back. He played yesterday.
Yeah, he played yesterday. Well,
what'd you have, Jay?
A few things I do know. I know Braves in 6. I know I like my $50 bottles of wine in plastic cups.
Yeah.
And I know my Joe Burrow. I'm going to get a star. Cincinnati -2.5. That's
Really?
what it is. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I was really close.
I don't know where that one's going and what the thought process is on that, where they want the public to bet where their money's going to come from. I think they're trying to skip. I think
they don't know.
I think Vegas thinks Cleveland's going to win this game, and I think they're trying to get away from smart money, betting the +3, and then having to move it down. That's what I think. I think they're trying to keep the sharps away from this. That's why it's at the +2.5 or -2.5 Bengals, however you want to read it. Okay. Denver Broncos go to the Cowboys.
Got Dallas 6.5.
I went lower than you did, only because maybe the Cooper Rush hangover thing can wear off. I got Dallas -6.
I did Dallas 6.
Adrian?
Things are getting real interesting right here. I got Dallas -6.
Adam's going to get it.
It's higher than that?
It's higher than, yeah. It's 8.5.
Okay.
That's way too much.
Yeah, I think it's too much as well. And Teddy
Are they expecting Dak to be back?
Well, he'll be day to day until last minute, but this situation does it. I don't know if there's if he's questionable throughout the week. I really just don't think there's any reason to rush him back.
Yeah,
not in this or whatever else.
I'm not saying that, but you also wanted to play.
I mean, I'd like him to be rushed back for Week 12 against the Raiders when I have to do a Survivor pick if I'm still in it. But no, the Raiders.
There's no personal reason, but,
but I'd like him to be.
I get
healthy.
the no rush back thing and everything like that, but you got him at home. This is a home game. You want to put your stars out there in front of your crowd. If he's healthy, you want him out there playing quarterback for your team. So I feel
like that crowd though is more in the long term though. I think they'd be upset if they seen him if he was still hurt. Then they'll yell at Jerry Jones for rushing him back.
Yeah.
And I mean, Denver's trading Von Miller, but Von Miller hasn't exactly been the Von Miller we know this year.
Exactly.
So it's not like it's a huge. We're trading everybody away. It's a dumpster fire, free sale or fire sale. I feel like that line's got to be because they think Dak's gonna play.
Okay, moving to Houston at Miami. Welcome to Miami.
This is a tough one.
The Dolphins are going to win.
I went.
You a Dolphins fan over there?
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I went Miami and the Missionary.
Oh, you went -3?
Yep.
Okay.
I did Miami 3.5.
There's no way that's enough, right? Like, we're talking about the Houston Texans here.
We're talking about the Miami Dolphins here.
Yeah, but the Miami Dolphins are better than that. I mean, they not hung with Buffalo, I guess. It was kind of a rough game to watch, but they're still played up to the same potential that they were.
And got beat by 20.
Yeah, at the end of the game, it kind of fell off. But that first half and those first 3 quarters, I feel like that the game could have gone either way. I think Miami -7.
I think Vegas is thinking that average bettor is going to just completely forget that if Houston hung here or what they've covered and what they are against the spread, and they just look at the two teams and think Miami's better. And oddly enough, I went -7 as well.
Okay. I think I'm low.
Circle gets a star. It is -7.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's still a tough one to bet on.
That's a tough one to bet on.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. That's a hot seat game for Flores down in Miami.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Miami wins that by like 14.
They should.
Got to.
They should. All right. we're going to go Atlanta at New Orleans, divisional game. New Orleans off that big win. Who don't know who the starter is going to be or if Phillip Rivers gets traded for it. Obviously, I don't think he'll be starting right away if they do anything, or Cam Newton. Trevor Siemian probably is because I don't know the status of Taysom Hill. And they're playing Atlanta.
Yep, I got New Orleans 6.5.
I went higher than that. I went New Orleans minus 7.5, thinking that people were going to be like, they just beat Tampa Bay, and it's Atlanta. So I went higher at 7.5.
7.
I feel like you guys are drinking your drinks too fast. I feel like you guys are really going out there with a lot of points. So are we really trusting Trevor Siemian with...
No, but I'm trusting the defense of New Orleans.
I didn't have it that high, and now I kind of feel like I'm going to be way off here, but I got New Orleans minus 4. I feel like it's a Trevor Siemian thing.
Adam, what'd you have?
6.5.
Adam's going to get this by half a point over Adrian. It's 5.5.
5.5.
So you're right. I just really thought I guess people really give more respect to Atlanta. I don't know what the Atlanta bettors are, to be honest with you. I just thought people were just going to be too busy thinking, well, they beat Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay's set XYZ better than Atlanta, so we're going to do more. But, yeah, 5.5. And I don't like that line either way, though. All right, Las Vegas Raiders travel to the New York Giants.
Raiders 6.
Where am I at? Raiders 6. You have the Raiders favored on the road?
Yep.
You really patted yourself on the chest there pretty hard. Don't forget, the Bears beat them.
Yeah, but they didn't have this guy.
I've got the Raiders minus 3.
Giants minus 3.
Ooh.
Wow. Without even seeing tonight's game
Yeah.
either, huh?
No.
That makes me want to know what you think about tonight's game. What is going on? Are you a closet Giants fan?
You think they're evenly matched, and you think
huge Eli guy, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Man. Vegas coming off the bye.
Yep.
We've seen a couple teams struggle off the bye.
We have.
Only two I can think of right now is Iowa and the Bengals. But that's a couple teams.
Those are the only two I can think of.
I get Vegas minus 3.5.
I don't know if I was anticipating the wine or anything else, but I'm going to get another star at minus 3.
You are killing it today,
gosh,
sir.
no more drinks for you during
I
this.
know.
I think I just added the 0.5 late too, so I'm a little upset about that.
Yeah, a little upset about that.
I'm taking that. I'm going over on that.
I bet that's what the Saints fans thought too.
Good call.
New England at Carolina.
I got 3.5 New England. New England just doesn't put up points. They only beat people by a little bit.
You have New England favored, though.
Yep, 3.5.
Didn't they? How many points did they score with the Cowboys? Who just completely shut down Minnesota? It was up there, right? It was in the high 20s.
Yeah, and they just put up 27 on the Chargers or whatever else. We don't know what's going on with Sam Darnold. Didn't he leave yesterday with concussion?
Yeah,
too.
We got P.J. Walker was back in. Thank goodness. That's what I was waiting for the entire time. Skip, what do you have here? New England at Carolina.
New England 3.
You have New England favored at 3. Adrian.
New England at 3.5.
I'm gonna stay out of this one because I did not see that I skipped it, and I did write it in. But we are all paddling in the same boat. But I'm not. Don't put me on this or anything like this one because I wrote it in, and I hate what I wrote in, and then it nailed it for another star. But it's minus 3.5.
So I got to start.
You guys get stars. Yeah, you guys do win that one. I'm out for that one. Yeah. Because I wrote it down. I looked at it. I'm like, crap. I don't have it.
You had 3.5 too.
Yeah,
I got 3.5.
So that one, they got public where it's right. Buffalo at Jacksonville.
8.5 Buffalo.
Adrian?
Jacksonville really disappointed me last week. It's kind of really unfortunate. But who's Buffalo? Yeah, they won that game. Truly
almost threw Jacksonville in a parlay and threw him in a money line. against Seattle. I was like,
Before the game started?
Yeah, I was like, I think they might clip him.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, seriously, I was like, Gino,
Is that
like,
your love for Urban Meyer, or
I don't like
hate
him
for Geno Smith?
But I was like, and then all of a sudden I didn't do it, and then it's all like 7-0, like within the first 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, good call.
That was exactly the way it was. Yeah. What do you have, Adrian, for this game?
Buffalo -10.
Okay.
I did 10.5. Buffalo.
I went higher.
I think I should be higher too.
Yeah, and I went Buffalo -13. I've seen way too many high spreads or whatever else, and knowing that's the way it is, and it's -14. I got that.
Oh, Jesus.
Last noon game, and then we'll take a break. Minnesota Vikings go to the Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore by 3.
Skip, what do you have?
Baltimore 6.
I also have Baltimore -6.
So you had 3. And you guys had 6. Well, I'm swinging around in the middle here. I mean, this is one of those games I feel like also Zimmer's like, oh, this will save my job again.
Yeah.
You know, if we lose by a last-minute field goal, we'll save my job. I got Baltimore -4.5.
Skip and I are going to get this. It is -5.5. Is there anything we're missing out of Baltimore besides that they just keep signing running backs or getting them hurt or anything like that? Because they're off of a bye, right?
Yep.
Minnesota off that loss at home. Kirk Cousins looks so bad. Like, that is a matter of, like, if
The
you were
game
in...
plan looked bad.
Yeah.
Let's just say, like, you...
Top to bottom.
Let's say, because 2012 got brought up.
Yep.
Let's say you went into a coma in 2012, and you woke up and you're just watching Sunday football, and you're watching Cooper Rush and Kirk Cousins, not knowing that Kirk Cousins went to Michigan State or anything, or played well, and he's got the quote, "You like that," which we use. And I don't know where Cooper Rush played. Sorry. But you saw that game, and you would be like, he's a top 10 quarterback, right? You're like, Kirk Cousins? And they're like, no, Cooper Rush. You're like, no, he's a backup. Be like, oh, he's really, really good. That's what I'm saying. That's what Minnesota's bringing. If you came out of that coma from 2012, you'd be like, oh, all right. So
That's definitely how it looked last night. But again, I feel like this is one of those games where Zimmer's like coaches to his
days.
His coaches to his full potential. Everybody does everything perfect, and they like lose by a last-second field goal. Justin Tucker hits like a 48-yarder to win this game.
I like your analogy because I want him to put it all, give everything, and still lose. And they're like, don't come back with the team. Paul and Urban Meyer, you go to a bar and do the Macarena with the girl. You do not fly back with the team. You're done. Like that.
Zimmer's wife's fine too. I think she's young and fine.
This guy
I'm pretty sure.
is one of the top 10 coaches tenured in the league right now, meaning like how many years in a row? He's been coaching since 2014. Is that right?
That's
I think I heard that on CBS
outrageous.
Sports or something. He has been there. I mean, and before
That's
that,
7 years too
Is the
long.
owner watching? GM watching what's going on?
And the who was before that? Brad Childress.
Yeah.
Who looked like he was running the Newhart Inn on Bob Newhart show. So,
yes.
So
That's a
this is what is Minnesota doing? They call 2 timeouts in a row. They mess up their draft picks. I just going back to the whole thing. Tortured fan base. Minneapolis, keep raising your hand every time someone talks about Cleveland or Detroit or whatever else, because you guys have some problems there. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back here. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
This is Brian Rothenberger, radio guy for the Quad City Storm. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
You seek a professional to fix your car, to fix an electrical problem, or roof your house. So don't settle for testosterone-boosting pills when there's professional help to fix your low testosterone symptoms at Limitless Man. Do you suffer no energy, lack of concentration, belly fat, low libido, poor muscle mass? These are signs of low T, and there's an easy fix. Schedule a complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com and get your life back. Insurance accepted.
Fall sports at Augustana College are putting a wrap on their seasons. Soon, we'll be moving inside the Carver Center and the brand new Ann Grieve Lund Natatorium. There you can cheer on Augie basketball, swimming and diving, men's volleyball, men's and women's wrestling, and women's water polo. Exciting non-conference and CCIW action is just on the horizon. Check complete athletic team schedules at augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Enjoy the Amana brand advantage only from Family Heating and Cooling. A-plus Better Business Bureau rated and A-rated on Angie's List. You can trust Family Heating and Cooling to keep your home comfortable. Installing the highest quality Amana brand furnace and AC units with their lifetime unit replacement, you'll never have to buy another unit again. Ask about system discounts and Mid-American rebates available now. Call Family Heating and Cooling today, 563-359-1000. Treating you like family. Family Heating and Cooling, your Amana brand dealer.
Hey team, we landed the contract!
Kayo's web design studio just landed the gig of a lifetime.
It starts next week?
Their staff needs to double before the dream deal becomes a nightmare.
We need front end, back end, a project manager.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Cooper Rush stepped in for an injured Dak Prescott to lift the Dallas Cowboys past the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Down by 3 with under a minute to go, Rush connected with Amari Cooper on a 5-yard score. Cowboys win 20-16. Mike White threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns in his first NFL start to help the Jets beat the Bengals 34-31. After the game, Coach Robert Saleh announced White will start against the Colts this week on Thursday Night Football. Tough news out of New Orleans. Jameis Winston suffered a significant knee injury in the Saints' win over the Bucs. Backup quarterback Trevor Siemian led New Orleans to their 5th win of the season. And Falcons wide receiver Calvin Ridley announced that he is stepping away from football at this time to focus on his mental well-being. Head coach Arthur Smith said there's no timetable for his return. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Lowe's can help you make more holiday for everyone on your list by saving on select appliance special values plus free local delivery on major appliances over $396. And save $20 on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. You can make the holiday twice as nice and twice as merry. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. Valid through 11/17. Craftsman offer while supplies last. Valid 10/28 through 22. U.S. only.
How can I get new orders out on time without working overtime?
It's possible with Staples Connect. Staples Connect has small business shipping covered with premium shipping supplies and UPS shipping services. And now buy 2, get 1 free on select shipping supplies like bubble roll and premium shipping boxes. Plus, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 1/1. In-store only. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport, a Town Square media station.
ESPN 1170 AM, 128. Past the hour on the first Monday of November. Halloween was yesterday. How did trick-or-treating go, Adam?
Dear God, I was an idiot. I decided to take all 4 kids and the puppy by myself
Oh,
out trick-or-treating.
Going for Father of the Year, Husband of the Year.
Oh, I was an idiot. That's ages 7, 6, 3, and 1.
Yeah.
And a puppy 3 months old. I was like, hey, watch me do this. I'm a good guy. Look at me go. And I regretted every second of it.
Mhm.
People falling down, people losing candy, fighting who was first to get to the door. It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was. I have to give them credit though. They did say thank you and happy Halloween. They did do their P's and Q's.
Sure.
I give them credit for that. I give credit where credit's due. But everywhere else in between, holy smokes, we couldn't finish a block fast enough.
Yeah. I know Mikey said he did a report where he had the beer out there, and I think he said maybe 2 or 3 people took him up on that. I think Israel said the same after we said we totally support this idea that you put beer out there. I stopped over at my brother's house, maybe 2 or 3 as well. You had everyone. So you had the ones that were like, no, thank you, and then you had the ones that were like, we're covered. And like, yeah, good job. You know,
The ones that already had their stash.
Yeah,
That's what happened in our neighborhood.
Yeah, like, yeah, we appreciate it. Like, that's great. And majority of people are like, wait, you have the football game on?
Yeah.
You know, what scores?
I think that
on?
was most is like people would like gravitate towards the garage and
Yeah.
just go there, which is a funny point. So kind of off topic. So I work with a bunch of guys that are not from around here, right? So they're always asking me, what is the deal with you guys watching football in a garage? It's like, is this like an Iowa thing? Is this like a Midwest thing? Like, what is the appeal of watching a football game in a cold garage when you could go down to your basement or you could watch it in your living room?
I guess like out of the house, you know, like it kind of feels like out of the house, but not out of the house. Maybe.
I say it's always like tailgating. I'm like, it's kind of like
Yeah.
the tailgating atmosphere.
No matter what you do, once you make that room, and the kids are still going to come in there.
Yeah.
And they're going to bring their toys, and they're going to do, but they won't come stand in the garage with you. So you're kind of fine.
Good call. I like that.
That's what will happen. No matter what you do, like all of a sudden it's their room, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna bring in Legos now." Or can I? And you put a TV up there, projector. Like, can I hook up my Nintendo Switch to that too? Like, no, this is mine. Like, you have a television, and everything else in your room, and like, but I like this one better.
And then if
you're here,
you're sitting in the living room, and the old lady's like, hey, "Can you take out the trash?" You know,
Yeah.
like, no, the game's on.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
football.
But if they open the garage door and put the trash there, like, I will gladly take that
Yep. Oh, I got
the
this.
7.5 feet over here to where it belongs. Yeah,
I knew
So-
I asked the right guys.
Yeah.
This is
exactly.
Yeah, it's I think it is a Midwest thing. I
think
have
it's more of an Iowa thing than Illinois because we.
it's an Iowa thing. I have a guy. I knew a guy that lives out. He's been for years lived out in California. Came visited, and he was just like, "What? Why don't you guys park your cars in the garage?" I'm like, "Well, we try to. We do, but then we also, you know." Sometimes we just make a spot to watch, do whatever.
We have
else. So
3 refrigerators that we need to
yeah,
put beer in.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100% true.
You know what? Something else I found out that was a Midwest thing, kind of weird. Off topic here. Euchre. I'm a huge euchre fan. The game
Sure.
euchre. I love euchre. Play it. I told somebody yesterday I could never stop playing. Like if somebody wanted to continue playing with me, 3 other people wanted to play forever, I would just do that. I would totally just
we
give
did
up
in
all my
study
responsibilities. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this thing since I was like 13 at lunch and stuff with my friends, and I just found out it's a big Midwest thing. I didn't know it was like all over the country or anything like that, or a big game all over the country.
Again, I've been doing it for that long as well, and I think they have other games that, like, I know there's spades out there, there's hearts, there's. But in the Chicago area, my family was big in pinochle.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's a good
So
one.
that was a lot because I'm like, hold on, what's a meld? What's a marriage? I'm done.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like,
There was a lot of rules for
yeah.
Pinochle.
I'm good. I like,
played
yeah.
bridge.
Cribbage?
Yeah.
You guys play cribbage at all?
No.
When you were playing bridge, did you feel like you turned 90 instantly?
Yeah, exactly.
The bad thing is when you open the
All
paper,
right.
open the paper to read the comics, and you're trying to play the bridge hand. You're like, oh shit, I can't say that. Sorry.
Yeah, she didn't say it. And then you go, hey, after we get done playing this game, we're playing backgammon. Don't forget.
Don't forget.
It's on the
We
schedule.
got a fun
Things we're
skills
doing.
Sunday.
We'll walk around with
And
your little
then-
briefcase.
And then we're going to dinner at 4:00.
Matlock at 6.
Hey, this wine is fantastic, guys. I don't know about anybody else. Would you get a little cheers here?
Cheers.
So a good thing though, good news while we're on the break. Someone booked a table at the R Bar for the Yellowstone premiere, right?
Heck yeah.
So
Somebody's listening.
Bang,
yeah,
bang.
if you're going to go there, you're interested in it, book now. So that way, because it's filling up fast.
And try
Halloween-
that best smoothie. I want to know. I'm like dying to know how that tastes, and I don't know why. It's
If
like
you
in
have
the
any
back of my
extras, feel free to come on the show next week. You know,
Before we go into
best smoothie.
the afternoon games that we're guessing the lines at Frick's, R Bar, or anywhere else, what were the best costumes you saw?
Best costume I saw. dog and the bounty hunter and
Okay.
his wife.
Beth.
Beth, yeah. So I have to show you some pictures, guys. Here.
Okay.
We got one more break coming up. Yeah, I'll take.
Yep. Okay.
That was a good one, and it was 2 girls. So one of them was.
Oh yeah, that's good. Did you see
I didn't see
anything?
nothing at our bar. No.
I seen a little kid have a pretty cool costume.
Okay.
He was Halo, the character from Halo.
Okay.
And it was legit. I was like, holy smoke, this looks like a $40,000 outfit. I'm
Was
like,
Halo still a thing?
It must be, because this kid was like 8 or 9 years old, and it was like legit like outfit. My kids were like, well, is he an army guy? What is he? I'm like, no, that's Halo. I'm like,
I had one kid dressed as Beetlejuice, and I was going to give him a great gift. He goes, I go, you're Beetlejuice. He goes, oh, cool, you knew that. I go, how many times can I say it? And he goes, you can only say it 3 times. And I go, okay, dude, he was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
And he said, you can only say it 3 times. I was like, all right. You get like, I gave him these like glowy sunglasses that flash around. He goes, I get to keep these? I go, you knew the answer. I'm surprised you did.
I saw it was had to be a 3-year-old, and I couldn't stop laughing about how great it was, because it's so simple, you don't see it anymore, and he pulled it off, and it was the ghost in the sheet with the black eyes around the cutout, and I was so
Nice.
proud of him by walking and not tripping over it, and not like constantly, not being able to see, and I was like, this is amazing, good job for the parent. I just being like, hey, and if the kid wanted to do it, I didn't even stop the parents to do it. But he says Happy Halloween, and then when he gets candy, and he looks up, and he just goes, boo. And I was like, this is the best costume.
Yes.
Like, why did we stop doing this? Why are we overthinking it? And someone asked me, like, what's your favorite costume growing up? And I was like, and I don't know. We've talked about when you have the costumes, but then it's cold out like it was yesterday, and your mom makes you wear a coat over it, whatever. But I was like, honestly, I really like those ones that were like garbage bags, but it looked like a He-Man, and you had that really crappy mask that was like the condensation was in there, and the rubber band
Condensation.
the thing would break, and then you'd have to you wanted to keep the mask forever, so you just kept cutting rubber bands and stapling over and over again because you wanted it all year long. I was like, I just want an adult version of that. I don't like to dress up, but now I'm like, all right, maybe next year I'll just go as He-Man, and if I make one.
so thank God my wife is the smarter one out of the group. I wanted to take when the Lion King, but the Tiger King was popular. I got 3 boys. I was like, I want to go as the Tiger King. Like, put us all in pink shirts and fucking walk around
and do the shirtless thing. No, she's like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, she's like, no, we're not going to get kicked out of the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, it's come and gone, and like I said, there was good ones out there, and there was Halloween parties to go to, so no one had to sit back and hand out candy where I was at. That's why I went over to my brother's, so it's all good. Kids liked it, and
How was the bars? Did they get pretty packed this year? Or?
I did not. I stopped out on Saturday after I went. I took the kids Halloween haunted housing, and then Friday I didn't do anything. So I didn't see anything.
Not a bad weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good weekend, but expected.
Yeah. Wasn't
People
anything
do
crazy.
their thing.
People go to like the same things every year for Halloween things. Like if you go to somebody's house party, they have a huge Halloween house party.
Yeah.
Oh, good weekend. Can't complain.
All right, let's do the afternoon games.
Oh yeah, sports.
Yay!
Sports. Wait a second.
The Chargers travel to Philadelphia. Tough loss at home. And didn't they just... So now they're back-to-back losses, right? They lost to the Ravens.
Yes.
And then they go to... and then they lose at home to...
Smoked by the Ravens.
So East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. Keep that in mind. And I know Philadelphia is not too much, but it is still. It's in that time zone. It's tough to travel.
Do you believe there's an issue with Herbert right now? Throwing as many picks as he has in the last 2 games than he has all season.
Maybe.
Do you think defensive has finally figured him out?
Is it kind of like the same thing you brought up about
Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Yeah, but if there's one team that's going to find the weakness in their offense, or the one to take away his best weapon, it would be
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, it would be Bill Belichick. So, not yet, but
it's happened a couple times now. I mean, Harbaugh would be another
Yeah.
coach to take away that completely weapon. But obviously the MO's out there. You take away Mike Williams, you're taking away Justin Herbert a little bit.
Yeah.
I got the Chargers favored on the road. I got them at -4.
I got the Chargers -6.
That high, huh?
Yeah, I don't respect Philly.
I'm lower than both of you. Yeah, neither do I.
I was at 3.
I'm at 3.
3 for the Chargers, 3 for the Chargers?
Yep.
It is -2.5. So you guys get that one.
Yeah, I just think, like you said, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast thing. That is still a young team. That's a new coaching staff.
First-year coach, you're absolutely right.
They, we would have thought after.
Maybe I gave him too much. I should have taken
for a experienced coach in the NFL, or more experienced head coach. I feel like that blowout loss to the Ravens, they would have taken a different approach probably in the bye week. I don't know what kind of approach the Chargers took, but it obviously did not work. But those are two tough coaches to face in between weeks right there, Harbaugh and Belichick.
If everybody, and the assistant coaching staffs that had gone on to coach everywhere else, and all the talking heads tell you that the one thing that gets Bill Belichick excited is to take away your best offensive weapon, to limit it and make you beat him somewhere else. Why isn't your offensive game plan to be like, well, what's our option B, and maybe we should figure out a way to exploit that while they're taking out our option A?
And that's what New York did when they played Belichick. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, look.
Yeah.
That's how Eli beat him.
Yeah, because we never heard of David Tyrese before that. Yeah. I mean, I know it's one play, but still, that's what the one thing I just don't get. How you just, what's the saying that everyone's playing checkers, but he's playing chess? Get on his level.
Yeah.
It's been going on this long now. You have to figure out the book. And there's so many assistant coaches out there that went on to be head coaches that you had to learn somewhere along the way about the way he operates. Game of the week, Green Bay at Kansas City.
This is a tough one.
Are we calling this the game of the week?
I'm asking you guys.
I'm calling it the game of the week. I think so.
I think it's just because the names here.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just the names.
Well,
I like
it's also a must-win.
Yeah. How do you? Well, yeah.
A must win
you
for
got
one of the teams. Not
game
must
of the
win for
week.
both of the
Game of
teams.
the week when one of them's in the bottom seat. Kansas City can be in the bottom after tonight,
If
right?
they stumble.
We'll call it the State
How
Farm
could you call
game of the
it?
week.
How could you call that a
Yeah,
game of
call
the
it
week?
the State Farm
State
game of the
Farm
week.
game.
You win with that one. That's
Good call.
That's the
high
bingo
five
right
worthy.
there.
Yeah, tag that quick, really. Put some money on that one.
Yeah, that's a State Farm should be right now calling their lawyers and being like,
Another reason why you might see Aaron Rodgers tonight. State Farm, State Farm.
yeah, that's a good call. And he can talk about his outfit.
Yeah.
Well, either way, he'll definitely be on Pat McAfee tomorrow.
Don't hate on John Wick, okay?
It's
more of
watch
an
it.
Aaron Rodgers
He doesn't
thing.
really think John Wick is his hero, I'm assuming. He's more like, I'm going to dress as my hero.
Aaron
Like,
Rodgers probably thinks John Wick's real.
I met him.
There's
we
no
drank together.
possible way. You guys don't really think this.
No.
We had some
He's his
bullet
hero.
bourbon. We had some bullet bourbon
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. No, they drink Blanton's on John Wick.
Yeah.
I've got Kansas City favored at home at -2.
I got Kansas City -6.
Wow.
Yep.
Jeepers, you just
That's
told me last week
crazy.
that the Packers were going to beat the Cardinals.
Yeah,
and then
because
you said,
here's the thing.
now
Is
they're
we
not
talked about
favored.
this before, Jay, is that after this Halloween stunt, he's going to lose, and then he's going to come back and say, you guys are paying attention to the wrong thing. You're paying attention to my Halloween costume, because it's going to come out that you paid attention more of your costume than you did planning for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And yeah, they did use. I did talk to LaFleur, and I said, "This
Yeah.
is how you're going to win the game." Trust me, I talked about it on ESPN Radio. This is what you need to do.
He's like, that makes sense. Yeah.
And he said that makes sense. And with his boyish good looks, I was like, okay, I believe you. You listen to me. But I'm not going to tell him what to do this time. I'm going to let him fly on his own. And I don't think he's going to be successful.
Skip, what do you have?
5.5. Kansas City.
My. Damn.
Adrian.
Here's my thing. I think Green Bay wins this game. Here's what I think. You can't start this line out at Green Bay minus any points. I think it's going to be Kansas City -3. Obviously, I'd like to see the Niners game before I do anything, but Kansas City -3 would be my pick, just because, like you said earlier, missionary position.
I just did the -1.5 in the NFL and gave him the hook because it's Kansas City, and I went with 2. So, Adrian, you and I are splitting this. It's Kansas City -2.5.
If it makes you feel any better, I had 2 before you said anything, and then I was just like, kind of listening to everybody. And I'm like, oh, I'm high, I'm low.
this is two teams that the public loves to bet. That's where the struggle is going to be. If this was any other team that was leading the NFC North, it would be the Kansas City -6. If Kansas City was right where they are right now, but Minnesota or the Bears, we're not going to say Detroit because we're not going to get too crazy. We haven't had that much bourbon.
I got more.
If it was the Bears or the Vikings, this would be up in the 6s. But because it's Green Bay and they love the public loves to bet either one of these, this is where it is. It's -2.5. All right, Arizona goes to San Francisco. This is a divisional game.
I got 6.5 Arizona.
I'm not too far off on that. I gave them -5.5.
I gave him 6.
We all getting some halves. I got 4.5.
Adrian, you're going to get this because you're closer. This is actually -2.5.
Wow, I'm taking that game.
This does surprise me, and I'm trying to figure out why.
We just not remember who Arizona is right away.
They're going to have 10 days off. A loss was on the road. San Francisco beat the Bears in a game that they were favored to win.
And it was a loss. It was really a win. Oops, sorry, Adrian.
And I know it's divisional. Maybe it's got something to do with Arizona. Like, honestly, you know what the talk was last week that people were all talking about it, but they just glossed over it? It's Kyle Shanahan's winning percentage, and it's not that good.
No, it's not.
And everyone thinks he's like this genius, which they've been beat up, okay? They really were last year, and they are this year as well. But they talked about it, and I heard it on numerous things, but it wasn't an issue. It wasn't something that they wanted to keep beating up. I think that's disrespectful to Arizona, but somebody sees something here I don't. But all right, Tennessee Titans go to the LA Rams. That's your Sunday night game.
No Derrick Henry. Rams by 6.
Oh, this is the one that I said. This is the one that would be pulled off the board. Let me find it. What do you have, Skip?
6 Rams, also with thinking the same way as Adam.
Adrian?
You can move the ball on the Rams. I think Vegas knows you can move the ball on the Rams. You got Von Miller. And he's going to help the Rams more than what he helped the Broncos. More plays off. Doesn't have to play. He got a lot of talent surrounding him. I think I got Rams -3.
Who are they moving the balls with, though? Tennessee. Adrian Peterson?
Tannehill. Brown caught a 50-yard pass.
Yeah.
There's another running back there. I mean, next man up. That offensive line does have to do with some of Derrick Henry's success.
Yeah, and I think once you get rid of Derrick Henry, you start dropping more guys.
Will Adrian come in and be ready to play next week? I mean, is he that good? Did he come in fresh?
Well, he came back from a knee surgery.
I'm guessing he's just not going to hop out there. He might see like 9 rushes.
9 carries.
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't been doing anything, has he?
Right. No.
I mean, he has to be training.
Yeah.
You would imagine
he's in some
his
pool
work ethic
running
hasn't
with.
changed.
Right. Yeah.
Is there listen, as much as
He's
running
not
backs go
the
down,
answer. They're just putting in. He's going to be a backup, basically. He's not going to come in to be the number 1 running back. I don't think anybody expects that.
nobody's answering the phone about any of their running backs, right? If Tennessee calls, like, hey, who do you guys got? What do you think? Like, is there anybody out there that's got like a dual threat? Or I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
I mean,
there's so many teams that are.
You go to Rams and look. I mean,
Henderson, but they're not.
They're not going to get Henderson. But they're going to go back.
Though.
You're going to go back and look at what's his name?
So Cincinnati,
Sony Michel or someone like that.
But they're playing him. But so Cincinnati's not going to trade Sammy Piran for him, right? Because they're going back and forth. Who's the backup for the Colts? Taylor? No.
No, you're next man up. There's nobody else you're looking for.
What about Cleveland? They've had 3 different rushers go for 100 yards.
Yeah, but they're still not going to move those guys. Especially when
they're in the same conference.
2 or 3 of them are,
two of them
are basically injured. Chip came back this week, but he's got to still be hurt a little bit. Kareem Hunt's still hurt, so now you have 2 rushers that can run behind that line.
What happened to our guy who was like on a fishing boat 6 weeks later? What team was that?
He's still got to be there. He's still got to have some rushes.
The Ernest,
yeah.
All right, so you guys said I had 6?
6 Rams.
I had -5.5, and it is actually, because I had to look it up, Rams -7.5.
Wow,
that line did change.
That Derrick Henry thing changes everything.
Yeah. And finally, Detroit, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Washington are all on a bye this week, but Chicago goes to Pittsburgh. It's the Monday night football game.
This was hard for me to pick. I could not pick a game for this. Or pick a team for this.
Are you serious?
I did. Finally, I went Chicago 3.
Plus 3?
Minus 3.
Oh.
Coin flip.
That's what I'm saying. I was doing missionary no
You did
matter
a
what.
pick?
I got Pittsburgh minus 6.
Wow. Pittsburgh just beat Cleveland at home. Cleveland was the darling pick to win the AFC North. Everyone's looking at like maybe Pittsburgh's got it. They've got the resume of winning. People don't believe in Chicago. They don't believe in Matt Nagy. The bettors, Pittsburgh is a very, very highly bet team. I went Pittsburgh minus 6 as well. It's Pittsburgh minus 6.5.
Oh wow!
Holy smokes!
They're screaming for you to take the Bears when they know. Well, the Sharps will be in on the Bears. Trust me on this. This one will get somewhere. Sharps will come in hard. This will move to 6. If this goes down to 5.5, there'll be a sharp buyback at 5.5. But the fun thing about this is it there? The talk going around from here on out, and it's not there. Only one game is an actual at 7. 6 is actually anywhere from 5.5 to 6.5 is where the picks are, the value. This one will be bet down by the Sharps. People will take the Bears. And again, I'm not saying a word this week because did I say it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks in a row that I like the Bears to cover spread, and I don't think they have ever since I liked it.
Nope.
So, and I thought they were in it yesterday. I'm like, see, told you. It finally came true. So
a couple of big plays away from what the Niners did yesterday, and that game goes a whole different way. But yeah, those big plays still happen.
Going back to the Niners, how long do you give your stat that you just said about Shanahan? How long do you give the excuse of your team's been beat up before you start questioning the hot seat?
I don't think he gets into hot seat until next year.
Just because of the name?
2 years ago, they were in the Super Bowl.
yeah, it's going to be more of the division has passed you by. Like you're not even you're always consistently now probably third in division. If Kingsbury can do this, which is he's been the underrated one out of everything to do with Arizona, and then the Rams continue to do what they do, and you're just scheduled to get third in the division, it's going to be like, well, yeah, you're in the wild card, but you're putting your back against the wall every year. So it's got everything to do with Trey Lance and staying healthy, but someone's got to fall on the sword. Yeah. And he's going to be the one eventually, I think. I mean, unless...
I feel like you get like a 3-year window when you make the Super Bowl.
Probably.
Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably. Anyway, yeah, so...
Jay, you win today.
Jay, did all right.
You did 8, 7 for me. Adam got 4, and Skip got 3. Jay, you had 3 stars today.
Yeah, I know.
That's impressive.
It's a first.
Just Troy's not here.
Yeah. So
he buys me a beer for every time I say that.
Troy's
tonight,
not here.
Troy's not here.
Adrian, what do you like in the NBA tonight?
The Grizzlies play the Nuggets at home. I like the Grizzlies. The Nuggets' second team doesn't help their first team at all. I like the Timberwolves over the Magic with the points. Timberwolves have one of the best defenses in the NBA right now. Nobody knows it. Then the Knicks covering 7 with Toronto at home.
All right, so going back to that again, hear me out. I'm going to ask you a question. So you like Minnesota to cover the spread.
Uh-huh.
And you like the Knicks you like them with the
to
points.
Do the same too. To cover the spread as well.
And what was the one you said before?
Just the money line with the Grizzlies beating. I think the money line is only 2, so you might as well take the points anyway. Or the points are only Grizzlies -2 over the Nuggets, so I think you can take the points there and feel pretty safe as well.
Okay. Do I survive the survivor pool tonight? Do the Chiefs win?
Yes.
The Chiefs win tonight.
Yes. Yeah, Andy Reid's not going to lose another game, like not this many in a row.
All right, next question.
The Nature Boys, how are they winning? They are destroying. You put up 162 points this week.
I tell you, that's the team.
You're starting to scare me because you
The
said
Rams.
this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's.
You said, watch out for the
Cup,
Nature Boys.
I didn't have a team. Not one person on my team scored double digits this week.
Ugh.
I did not. There were some other ones that didn't do well.
I buried my phone so I wouldn't have to watch it.
Here's where we're at right now. Before we leave for the day, I take Buffalo on the road against Jacksonville. Right?
Yep.
Just get it out of the way. Survive one more week. It's Buffalo Bills, right? I know I like it. I know the theme is to go. The theme is to go divisional at home, but I'm taking Buffalo on the road, right?
Yep.
All right, Skip. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate it. There's going
Always
to
a
be
pleasure.
live music at the R Bar with Brian Scow Tuesdays 6:30 to 9:30, and he refuses to play Sweet Caroline. That's what I know because I just met him on Saturday night. Guys, thanks for coming in, folks. Stay safe out there and sanitize. Stay warm.
He'll love
and
that.
good luck today. And good luck every day. We'll see you tomorrow. ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
The Rock says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Hi, this is Derek. And this is Skip. We are the twins from our bar Davenport. And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem, and yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours, they're open. Visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
Hey, Cyclone fans, this is Chris Williams from CycloneFanatic.com. One thing I've learned over the years is that Iowa State fans stick together. When you're tailgating, you want in your glass a drink that loves the Cyclones as much as you do. You should try Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire. It's owned by Cyclones, and the spirits you drink are made from